Well, good morning. Last time we talked to Esteldin here and a couple others and got them to start gathering the Grey Company together. Today we need to head to the Shire and talk to Halros, and he is in the Greenfields. And, of course, like all the quests, we get a handy map to get there. I don't think it used to be that we got it for all of them. And this is scary where all the spiders are in the Shire. I don't think I've done the Shire deeds, have I? Close that. Nope, that's not it either. Feed log. Area door. Shire. So we do still have Spider Slayer advanced for the Shire. We should stop off and kill a few of them. Easy peasy. Quick 10 up LOTRO points. But we want to go talk to Halros. And Halros is over here in this glade of trees. Hello, Halros.
There are troublemakers loose in the Green Hill country.
Welcome, Medriel. So long as there are goblins beneath the Greenfields, I will maintain my watch over the Shire. That is my duty, given to me by my chieftain, Aragorn. Halros listens intently as you tell him of the need for the Grey Company to assemble and ride south. I see, Medriel. I need time to prepare. I had been just about to deal with a particular matter when you arrived. You can take care of it for me. That will give me time to set things in order. There are troublemakers loose on the road that runs through the Green Hill country. I fear they may do some real harm before they're stopped. Can you walk the road and visit the town of Stock, ending the threat of the troublemakers there? I fear there may be brigands or worse, and these are more bold than they have been in the past. Return to me and we can talk again. All right, so he wants us to go deal with the... Oh, that's right. There is a deed for the Orc Goblin or Urk here, but we have to do the Lone Land and North Downs ones before we can do this one. I did say that epilogue takes us all over, and it most definitely does. I guess while we're riding, we can appreciate the beauty of the Shire. It is very rural. It is dotted with these little ruins from long ago, before the hobbits had settled into the Shire. And I cannot remember, never can remember the name of the king that granted them this land after they helped. Because hobbits are actually very sturdy and will fight when need to. The Bounders are actually a tough lot. Now, somewhere around here, we got us a troublemaker. Where is that old troublemaker? Across the water, it looks like. Well, we could swim across. There's a bridge close by. So we might as well use it. It's not a complete bridge, as you can see. She's not a bridge at all. Just a way across the water. This fun fact, most hobbits can't swim. How much of that did I get? Not very much at all. I was hoping to get a little copper while I was doing all this back and forth and send it to Marceline. Medjugorje can't get help. That doesn't mean she can't send it. Oh, somewhere around here. Oh, there's our troublemaker right there. Harassing these good people. We really need the help, friend. Thank you. You little vermin had lived in these parts for long enough.
You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me.
Hey, I've got some orders from up top that say I can do what I like here in these lands, and I plan to do just that. I fancy this house, and no high elf is going to stand in my way neither. It's too small to live in, but I could use it to store the haul my boys plan on getting in the next several weeks. You'd best move along if you know what's good for you. How about if you move along? You win, you win. Just stop hitting me. Hooray, that did it. They're happy to see me. Aren't they sweet? And of course, he's right back. Wish I could beat the tar out of him the second time. Now we have another one. And it's a little further away. Unfortunately, with these, you don't have a handy travel via mithril coin. You're going to have to kind of do it on your own. But on the bright side, you get to see beautiful countryside. And you have no worries about mobs. And you can practice your horse jumping skills. Because why not? You know, I just realized something. Marceline made level 20. That means she's eligible to do skirmishes. That could be fun. Maybe after I get her finished with some of the requests she's working on, we'll do that. Might want to see how she fares. Brigand, not the one we're looking for, but a brigand nonetheless. Ah, there he is, harassing these good folk.
You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang.
You better be careful, you. I've got friends making plans in the hills around here, and these halflings aren't included in them. You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang. Really? How about no? Ouch. Leave me alone. I won't bother you anymore. And actually, he says I won't bother you vermin anymore. Now we could use a token to get back to Halros. But once again, I think about the people that may not have mithril coins or wouldn't want to use them for such activities, so we're not going to. Besides, it is really a beautiful little spot to run or ride through. Of course, I remember these. the sunflowers from the spring quest. I think it's the spring quest. And still, even having to ride to the mobs and then ride back, it's not such a long time. This particular leg of the quest gets done pretty quickly. It's probably quick enough for me to make a quick hop Ost Guruth after we're done, so I can go get that orc in the Lone Lands. So if I'm right, the next leg, I think, is in the North Downs. Or it could be in Esteldin, I'm not sure. It's one or the other. I do remember that Angmar is the last one. Getting little tiny lag spikes. Never a good thing. All right, Halros, I've done what you asked.
Can you help me make this decision?
Thank you, Medriel. There's been more troublemakers on the road in recent days, and I fear they will do some harm to the peace-loving folk of the Shire if I travel south with the Grey Company. And yet my loyalty is to Aragorn, and I have known that he has need of a Dunedain. It is my duty to go to him with as much speed as can be mustered. I do not know what to do, Medriel. What do you advise? Can you help me make this decision? Talk to Halros and help him decide whether to stay or travel. So I've never told him to stay. And I don't think he would even if I did. Halros should go.
You are right. My fate lies on the southern road.
You think I should travel south with the Grey Company to come to the aid of Aragorn? He is my chieftain, and it is my duty to see that he comes safely to the end of his road, wherever that lies. But I fear for the folk of the Shire in my absence. How will they protect themselves from the evils that crowd their borders from all sides? Halros looks about his camp with new resolve. No, you are right, Medriel. There is strength in these hobbits yet, and if they need to repel dangers from outside, they will do so. My fate must lie on the southern road. I will stand with Aragorn, and that is the way I will protect the people of this land. Thank you for helping me to make up my mind, Medriel. I will go with the Grey Company. The good folk of the Shire will need to do without my help. Can you travel to the inn at Brockenborings and tell my friend Lotho, Sackville Baggins, that I will be leaving? He is visiting Brockenborings for a few days and showed some interest in my comings and goings. And so we have to go talk to Lotho. And I just realized that that was who Halros was talking about. It actually makes sense now. See, Lotho is not a good guy. And it almost seems like they've set this up from early on to possibly add the scouring of the Shire into the game.
That ranger will be leaving the Shire. Very interesting.
Well, what's that you say? That ranger will be leaving the Shire for a time. That's very interesting. Thank you for letting me know, my friend. That is a shame, of course. Of course it is. Of course it is. Lotho, you idiot. You absolute little troll. You little power-grubbing degenerate. Of course, you know, it does seem to be the way with the Sackville Baggins.
Thank you for helping me to decide.
What is that you say? Lotho sounded pleased that I would be leaving. That is queer. He sought me out a few days ago and had many questions to ask. If I had any plans to travel into Breeland, whether I thought to visit certain townships in the Shire, that sort of thing. Well, he and his folk will surely be fine without my protection. It pains me to leave them be, but if Aragorn has need of his kin must ride to his aid. Thank you for helping me to decide, Medriel. All right, so we get a map to Esteldin, and I was right. North Downs is next.
Your next journey should take you to Esteldin.
My mind is made up, Medriel, and now it is time for you to continue with the task Lord Elrond of Rivendell has set before you, to gather more Dunedain to swell its ranks of the Grey Company as it travels south to the aid of Aragorn. Your next journey should take you to Esteldin, the hidden encampment of the Rangers in the north. Halbarad will surely wish to travel south with the Grey Company, but he is often away from Esteldin. Speak with the Ranger Dervoon instead, and he will tell you where Halbarad may be found. Dervoon is often in the center of Esteldin, seeing to the general defenses of the people who live in the North Downs. All right, so we got a map that will head there. But like I said, first, let's go ahead and make a quick stop at Ost Guruth and go get an orc, shall we? All right. This will be the easiest one ever because, well, we have an orc right here. For the Greyhammers, you cry as you defeat your foe. So easy, so fast. And now, get back on our horse and hit this map to Esteldin. And for a change, this one at least takes us right outside the settlement. And fortunately for us, our next orc, goblin, or urk is here in the North Downs. So we will talk to Dervoon.
Halbarad must hear what you have to say.
You bring worrisome tidings, Medriel. What danger has Aragorn encountered in the distant south that makes the Dunedain his closest allies? Perhaps I misspeak. Perhaps it is not that the Dunedain are closest, but instead that they be the most true. Halbarad must hear what you have to say, but he left this morning to deal with a serious danger. Word came down to us that a number of foes fleeing from Angmar in the days following the defeat of the False King sought to establish a settlement in the cave in the North Downs. Halbarad traveled to this cave, now called Tham Umdor, to attempt to forestall or defeat these foes before they can use the relics they plundered from Carndum to make the foundations of a new Angmar. Find Halbarad at Tham Umdor, in the shadows of Ost Guruth, or to the east of Esteldin, in Nan Amlung East, and give him your message. Help him in their plans before they begin. So Halbarad is in the mountains out back. We will go out front and go grab our orc, because there are several nearby. And because I know that Bam Door is probably going to be a video of its own. I've been in there a few enough times to know that it takes me a little while to get through that. It's a bit of a maze. Not a huge maze, but a bit enough that I usually do find myself turned around. That's a warg. I don't want wargs. I don't want spiders either. No. That's a spider. That's a spider. Finding everything. Ah! There we are. You are just what I'm looking for. Now we need to do Esteldin, Forest Shell, and Angmar. So I'm really glad we went ahead and did that, because Esteldin, Forest Shell, and Angmar are where we're going to be headed. As soon as we finish in the North Downs. In fact, I think it might even be in that order. This is another one of these areas that's very pretty. At least this part of it. Ornos, not so much. Ornos is pretty much seeped with the blood of the slain and a lot of evil intent. I wonder, not that I should be borrowing trouble. We do have a couple minutes left, so we should ride out back and at least look and see if we see a red dot. See if the roving threat is up or not. It isn't always. And actually there are two roving threats around here. One of them would have been out front around where the orcs are. The other one, actually there might be two of them out back here. There are at least two roving threats here in the North Downs that you would definitely not want to run into at below level. But hey, we're going to go see if we can at least find one so we can look at it. Since we don't have to worry about anything else while we're looking. Org. Lots of wargs. Where's the evil earthkin? I will take that gold. I don't see any dots. That's the clearest indicator of if the roving threat is up or not. If you're this high level and you see a red dot on your screen, yep, you might have a problem. So far, nothing. Of course, where we're headed next, for the next part of this quest, is in this direction. Kind of a ways out. Ost Guruth. This is Ost Guruth, and you can see all the Angmorm over here. And over there is a passage that leads into Angmar. But because we have not done the epic quest for Angmar, we can't go through that way because we have not defeated the Watcher Stones yet. And in fact, one of the things I fully intend to do when we get to Angmar for the Grey Company is to go ahead and do that at the very least. But yeah, that's the cave we need to go into. So I don't have to worry about the Watcher Stones insta-killing me. That's the thing. That's one of those things that they have not changed, and they shouldn't, because it is part of the story. I mean, it is actually a legitimate part of the main story quest, though. They would fundamentally change or break that part of the story if they changed that. No, it's kind of wonder why, if you're here in Esteldin already, why you would then go to Evendom, Shell, and then Angmar, when Angmar is right next door. That I can't tell you. That's how they chose to do it. Okay, so where am I? I'm looking for myself on the map. Oh, I'm over here. Sir. Okay, I am heading the general right direction. Very quiet out here. I've not seen a single dot. Which means we may not run into one of the roving threats today. It's too bad. Because I know that there is a really big Erskine that is a roving threat. And I believe there's a Drake. And I can't recall if there's another one. And we've come all the way out to here. Might as well loop back around the front. We don't see the dot. We don't see it. Bunch of orcs. Place where the dwarves hang out. They got a mine over there. We're not going up that way. Oh, here I'm totally passing the gold. I don't want to do that. passed a lot of other ore, but I prefer not to pass the gold. Oh, more. Cute little cottage out in the middle of the woods. Nobody lives here. Perhaps a former ranger who has decided to embrace the simple life. Now, we are that goes towards the dwarves, which means this goes away from the dwarves and back towards where we need to be. Well, a random person, I hope you're having fun. All right, so there's one more spot we can check, and it's in this area, well, past here. Remember doing the quest out here. They were rather fun. Lots of orcs. Well, the Grey Dwarves did say we only had to kill one of them, so... Yeah, this is William Peake's farm we just passed. And... no dot. Well, that's disappointing. I was hoping we would get to see one of them today. But it doesn't look like it's to be. Spider. No. Oh well. We won't be seeing a roaming threat today. Too bad. Maybe next time. Until then. Bye for now.